Yo, yo. All right. I have to remake this video because the last one I uploaded just didn't work. Just wasn't working correctly. So, um all right. So, AMC. Okay, so pretty much what I was talking about in the video that did not work properly is AMC right now is a sleeping giant. So it's sleeping. I'm sorry, a sleeping dragon. It's also a sleeping giant too when you think about it, right? Because when the giant wakes up, yeah, it starts wreaking havoc, right? So, but it's a sleeping dragon. Okay, so first things first. AMC is rapidly um coming into the ground zero line of June 2nd. So it's rapidly approaching that, and that is gonna be in its chart, technical analysis chart of AMC. This is gonna be bullish once we cross over. So there's a couple scenarios to get there, right? Because if we go sideways, we will be here at in sideways action. We'll be here July 9th. All right, so um, not to say that hold on. Sorry guys, I gotta fix this right now pretty quick because it's not working properly. Uh, all right. So yeah, I was getting almost the same problem I was getting earlier. So now I fixed it a little bit. Okay, cool. Ah man, just didn't want to redo that over again. All right, so this is where we're at. So on we're rapidly approaching the ground zero line, right? So there's a couple of scenarios that we can get to get over this line. If we trade sideways, we're gonna meet up here in July 9th. But I don't think we're just gonna go sideways. We've been doing that sort of here, but there's times coming for something to happen. Something's about to give right now. So yeah, on the bear scenario, we might get a shakeout here. So if we get from 490 to this touch point right here, which this trend line right here is from the bottom of AMC, which is 238, 239. We have first touch, second touch, and we could have a third touch if we get a shakeout um, coming up on the bear scenario, right? So that'll be somewhere between 30, 360, 375, and then a bounce up and into the ground zero line. So so yeah, right now we have this wedge playing out, which is one touch, two touch, a couple touches. So now we're just compressing here in this zone, and top trend line touch, couple touches. So now we're here. So this week ahead is this is what's playing out. So um, we're gonna have a short week this week. I believe we're not trading on Wednesday. I believe the stock market is closed. So I gotta verify that, but I believe that's what's happening. Um, so on the bullish scenario, if we break out of this wedge, we're gonna see this type of situation happening where we could start seeing this price action go up into $6, $7, and we could potentially see this type of um, move to this fractal line here. This fractal line right here is from January 23, and this fractal line is it's gonna be the fractal that sets it off. It's we're gonna start seeing some type of a start for volatility itself within the stock. So this fractal line is from right here. So this let me turn off the Bollinger Band. So this fractal right here from the bottom is just the bottom of this section right here. You have this trading action here, and we start seeing some upside, and you see all these fractal lines, one, two, and three, and you start seeing that, and then from there we see the rejection right here at this fractal line in the bottom, and then it breaks off. So this fractal line here is not necessarily big in terms of other fractal lines at play, but it does show some merit here. So we start seeing this fractal line just cross over all these points right here. January 21st, June 21st, May 21st right here. And in the history of AMC, a couple of different touches, but not significantly. This is significant here, but these 2 points are significant for this fractal in my opinion. Is this price action right here, December 22nd, and then when we had our reverse split, right here we had just this pretty much this gap up or this gap down. I'm sorry, down. So this was like some type of support that we had right here, and then we just broke down, and then we've been in this trading action ever since. And then the other point that we touched this fractal was this point right here when we had this massive candle pre-market, and then we just got rejected down. So yeah, this is where we're at. So this fractal is gonna set it off for AMC. This is the first one here. So if this price action allows us on the bullish side, if it allows us to go up, we might get resistance here, some rejection, and then a break over both this fractal line and then the ground zero line. So that's on the bullish scenario, right? Bearish scenario. So this is one fractal that's big. We have the obviously the IPO 0.618 speed fan line. We have this fractal here, this big as well, and then this January 27th fractal. This is the fractal from the top of January 27th. That's a big fractal. So notice that I'm not really paying attention to this bars pattern because on the micro it doesn't make sense. On the macro, it makes a lot of sense. So you pull out and you just zoom out on the macro, it makes a big sense, a lot of sense to me because this price action starts with January 21st, and you start playing out June 2nd price action. But notice where we touch a couple points. So this fractal this is the biggest fractal in AMC's history here, in my opinion. And then this IPO all-time fractal is the second. So these two fractals here are huge. And if we go back and look at this and the AMC's price history, you notice this yellow cream, all this price action that we had in between these two lines, you start seeing some significant time uh, where it holds support, it goes under it, it holds resistance, whatnot. Resistance on this one right here, we have probably had a halt right here. Resistance on these touch points right here, um, and then all this price action with heavy volatility, which pretty much started coming down as well. So January 21st, um, this this fract, like I said, this is the most important fractal in AMC's history. The second most important fractal right here, and we start seeing this price action in between. When we touched it, rejected, and then we gapped up, and we went parabolic. Resistance right here, we went down, and we started doing this price action here. So going back to it, this this fractal right here, you get a second touch of the second highest point of AMC's trend in IPO, and then this is the IPO fractal line right here, which is this point right here is the high of IPO. So all this price action in between these two fractal lines is significant because look at this IPO fractal line. You go up, you get resistance right here, a little bit of resistance. You come here, you get support, a bounce off, you get rejected, which is the second highest point of the of IPO trend line. You get rejected again, little bit of a push forward or upwards, and then you get rejected. Resistance, you get rejected. You get support right here, and then finally you get rejected down. So again, these two fractals are the most important fractals in the history of AMC because significant price action has happened in in, in two periods of time. Right, this is 2021. So okay, just gonna mark this 2021 just as a reference point. Not really, obviously all you guys know what 2021 is, right? So I'm not gonna say anything more than that. But just to put it in between these fractal lines, this is an important year for these two fractals, and then as well as this point right here, which is all this price action is 2026, 2027. So this is also an important time in this fractal line because obviously, so breakthrough, support, resistance, breakthrough, support, and loss of support. So I'm gonna name it, 2026, 2027. So yeah. So to me, like I said, like this fractal is the most important in the history of AMC because it deals with tops. It deals with this. It deals with this top, and then it deals with the with resistance, and then blast off from this resistance. So and then all this price action. This is massive price action that went through these two fractals here. Yeah, I would say that that's like about a year and a half's time of price action that we met in this zone right here, and then obviously the breakthrough of this. So if you look at this bars pattern again differently now, you see what I'm talking about now. You see what's happening here and the importance of this fractal line here. This fractal, like I said, this is the most important fractal in the history of AMC, and this is the second most fractal, the second most important fractal in the history of AMC. We could see, like I said, on the macro bars pattern, we can see some type of play here when it comes to like this type of price action here, and then a melt up, or we could just melt through it, right? Because this thing has been pinning all the way through to the point where we could get a scenario like this price action right here. This could be similar to what could happen here, where we get this price action and we just melt through it. Like we don't even toy around with it. We just go above, melt through it, and we blast off, right? So we could do this, or we could get rejection and we could start going back down again. So there's a couple things that can happen, but according to this bars pattern, what's gonna probably happen is just melt through it, and then we could see this price action play out. January 21st, bars pattern right here, some type of rejection, and then we find support at the most important fractal in the history of AMC right here, and we start playing this out, and obviously we start seeing this type of move if this plays out overall, right? So all this type of volatility, guys, all this type of volatility, I'm saying, is important, and it's gonna be right here in front of us because of this setup right here. This setup right here is what's gonna allow us to get to this type of level of volatility coming up. This is what could potentially happen because there's room for it. Because we've already done this type of trading here in this and these two fractals here. This is massive. This is a year and a half of trading in this type of situation here, and what's probably gonna happen next, like I said, like this is gonna melt through it, and then we're gonna start our price action over this fractal line right here. So again, the setup is there for AMC to wake up, to for the sleeping dragon to wake up again. The setup is right there. So, and another thing, um, as far as um, the moving averages, look at the moving averages on the daily right here. The MA 200 is 594. The 50 MA is 396. That's a $2 difference from this top to this bottom right here. $2 difference, and in between you have the 21 SMA, slightly in the bottom, but it's gonna do the 100 EMA crossover pretty soon, within the next 2 weeks, I'd say, maybe less than that. We're gonna see a crossover of the 21 over the 100, and then it's gonna start targeting the 200 EMA. So these moving averages are essentially gonna merge into each other. The 200 MA is gonna start going more down. The 50 is gonna start curling up, and then the 100 is gonna start curling up as well. And all of this could happen before the ground zero line, or even if it doesn't happen before the ground zero line, it could happen over it, and we could start seeing the golden cross on the daily happen anywhere in this area right here. I believe it's gonna probably happen over the ground zero line. So, but that's gonna happen. That's gonna start curling up. That's gonna start curling up somewhere right here, and you're gonna have a meeting point of these two trend lines. So that could definitely happen. Like I said, with before the ground zero line or even after. So either way you slice it, man, this is gonna start carrying price action above it, and start seeing volatility over this the ground zero line. And then we have our golden cross pretty soon, man. We're gonna set up for a nice time of volatility with this stock again. The sleeping dragon is gonna wake. So yeah, just $2 difference between the 200 and the 50. And then you look at just last year, this price action with all the moving averages, all the space that was in between this. You're talking about like $8, $9 a space in between the 50 and the 200, versus right now when we start having um, the 50 starting to go up, and then the 200 starting to go down. So once you start seeing this movement here, the 50 going up, the 200 stabilize and start going slightly down, that's when you start seeing these moving averages go above, start targeting the above. So yeah, man, this setup and this opportunity is right here in front of us, and anybody that is not in this play and is on GameStop, and is thinking about jumping into AMC, not financial advice, but this is the time of opportunity where you see a setup right here, an opportunity setup with all this type of indicators happening rapidly, and we're gonna, you know, wish that we were taking the opportunity to make a play when the opportunity was right there in front of you. Nobody's really, like I said, nobody's really talking about AMC yet because GameStop is taking all the attention, and rightfully so. But AMC is a sleeping dragon, and a sleeping dragon is not going to stay asleep forever. They're going to wake up, and then when they wake up, they're going to wreak havoc. So that is exactly what I'm looking forward to. And like I said, if the ground zero line doesn't cross over, we don't cross over it this month, that's fine. Um, I can wait till July. July is gonna be great too. So hey, I'm here for it, and I'm excited on a. I'm excited at I know I'm excited for GME, but I'm also excited for AMC. So yeah, guys, that's all I got for this video. And like and subscribe, and I'm gonna start making more content and following and doing more of this work. Working on Bitcoin, on Ethereum as well, because crypto as well is gonna start having um, right now it's meme stocks, but crypto and Ethereum and altcoins are going to start having some type of moves. I would say within the next 3 4 months, something like that. But I'll be working on that as well. But in the meantime, meme stocks are taking over, and and they're here to stay for now. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and let's go, guys. Let's fucking go.